All right, Rick. We got it.
We got it
We're
going.
here. It's the last game of the day. It's very hype. It's very spicy, as we like to say. You know, very, very heated region here. But who do we got? Who do we got, Rick?
In the top left, playing for Dust Gaming, we have the Duckinator, AO Duck Mike Rowe. It is Please Leave Duck. And in the top right, playing for Firescale Esports, we have the random human today on Echo Isles. Say it ain't so, say it is so. It's SaysO.
Yeah, man. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. Na 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 na. I've heard a lot of people say that SaysO's best off race is his human. Well, maybe not a lot. I've heard a couple. Say, okay? You gotta be careful with your words, okay? I'll watch my mouth, okay? And you should watch yours too, Rick. But human, I think is pretty strong for his off races.
This is going to be a very happy Acolyte scouting this. Duck, back in the day, we've known Duck for a long time, and he's played maybe 10,000 human versus undead on Echo Isles, mainly against Bar back in the day. Very familiar, very comfortable with this matchup. I think this Acolyte's going to scout the human and be very happy with what he's seeing. And but different strategies call for different metas as different times approach, and this is a Criplord opener for Duck.
Yeah, he just went straight up for a Crippler. Does that mean, I wonder, because it's an interesting thing when you play against random, are you just going to do the same strat every game? Are you just going to gamble every game and do a different strat? Because you're just sort of throwing stuff against the wall, but the Crippler does roll the dice properly and is against a human, so this is kind of lucky. If he was against Night Elf, maybe a little bit unhappy. Maybe against Orc as well on this map. Could be a little rough as well, because SaysO does like to play Farseer Headhunters. But now, yeah, the Crippler's going to pay off, and SaysO's going to come over for the aggression.
Yeah, it is going to be enough, though. Duck's already here, puts the Blight Skull down right now. Bloop. And here we go. He's going to start creeping. And right now, SaysO just has... Oh, he's actually bringing a lot. He's bringing 2 footies, bringing an Archmage. Is he going to get the last hit? Let's keep in mind on the Criplord's experience. Who's going to get it? Criplord's going to get it with the item Nice Claws +6. Is he going to get the Trapper? Yeah, I think... oh, did he get... Yeah, he did. Duck also getting the Trapper. Okay, so far so good for Duck.
Yeah, SaysO split creeping with Militia. That's where that experience comes from, and that's where the Brilliance Aura comes from. And he's got a couple more Water Elementals soon to be had. There's the first one. The Trapper does go to Duck as well, so that hole can't be in crap. But the Crippler's taking so much damage now, and he's going to get level 2 with that Footman, so a little bit more health, but a little bit more risk if he does go a little bit too low.
Yeah, and the Archmage also getting very low, and Impale could come in and ruin the day here. Duck's,
through the trees? Do it through the trees!
Oh, that'd be insane. Is he going to try
For the fans! Okay, you can't do it. It's too far now.
That would be nuts. And actually something that Duck would do.
Yeah.
Even if it meant throwing all his mana, he would definitely try to do that.
Yeah, style points.
Yeah, definitely. No Nerubian yet, so the 2 Water Elementals being super annoying. The one in the main base does expire. The other one running away. Is Duck going to try to surround it? No, he's not. And, you know, so far this was stopped, but it's not too far behind. He actually sacks the Acolyte. He must be going for a tech then.
Yeah,
oh, he's got another one. Oh, did he just fake this out?
Oh my god, I think he did. Will he? How crazy would it be if he just teched?
Yeah,
okay.
I think Duck would do that. Honestly, fake the tech and like you're going to not expand. The footies might go to the south of the map though, but I don't think he saw that other Acolyte. But still no tech. No tech must mean that okay, you're probably got another one down south, or you're gonna build one soon. Yeah, interesting play from Duck though.
Oh my god, the Beetle and the Ghoul were right next to the Archmage, but they didn't see him. Okay, now they're being split off under that Archmage. The Footmen are going to find the expansion attempt, and with the Water Elemental, they're definitely going to be able to dive that Haunted Goldmine. The Ritual Dagger definitely helped out that Crippler to get a little bit more hit points, and now with that Ghoul and that Beetle just permanently chasing the Archmage, eventually SaysO will have to go back, and the Nice Impale is going to get him another Footman kill, but the Goldmine has been canceled, and what's the tech at? Almost done for SaysO, and he is going into Rifle Caster.
Yeah, Rifle Caster going to be the selection of choice for SaysO. I kind of like it. If he can rally some rifles in time, he might be able to break this. But like you said, the mine's not up yet, so Crippler going to use that Ritual Dagger, which we don't see very often. I like to use it on ladder, 1200 MMR as I am. I like it. But the pro scene, you don't really see people waste a lot of economy on it.
Yeah, it's nice to heal up that Crippler, especially when you're just trading hits with the Archmage, and SaysO is going to respond to that by getting the Alchemist with Healing Spray first. So that's a little of an interesting choice. That is definitely an aggressive choice into the later stages of the game. You need that Mountain King, you need that clap to deal with this big ground army that the Crypt Lord provides. But here's the aggression. Where's the first rifle? It's on the way over, but there's only 4 footmen in the Archmage. That's a round and a half, Rick.
Yeah, that is this round. I have no TP! SaysO had a TP, he didn't use it.
Oh no, and there's another Impale, and the Crypt Lord is next on the menu. And the footman as well. Oh god.
This is absolute destruction so far from Duck.
Yeah, this is what you call drainage.
Yeah, and he actually rallies the rifle, and Duck's eyeing that right away. Definitely want to take out these riflemen if you can, but the Alchemist still exposed. There's only skeletons and beetles here. All the ghouls ran back, but Duck is picking off so many units here, and this essentially, he's just kind of walking around the map and killing units. He might get this rifleman. The rifleman would be huge. Yeah,
with the Impale, I think he could secure that kill. There's the Impale. The Beetle's going to try and get on that boy, and he is going to get up a nice healing spray to try and counter it, but the Rifleman was not over that fountain for too long, so not gaining much hit points. And these level 2 Beetles are just going to chase that rifle down in no time. The Archmage trying to come back. The Arcane Sanctum coming up. The tech is just now started for Duck, so SaysO has at least that going for him. A little bit of time. Well, he has the tech advantage, but now he's really on the back foot. He's just got to creep, and an Alchemist is not what you want to be creeping.
Yeah, not the greatest here. He's going to try to rally this level 2 Archmage out of the altar. But yeah, not very... Oh, he might actually get the rifle with the Beetles. Oh, the rifle's stuck! No way! He gets it. Wow, that is so #worth in the chat. So good. But now you're facing a level 3 Crypt Lord, Carson. That's so frustrating as a human player. Like, your harassment didn't work. The whole point is to avoid that level 4.
More claws, too. He's going to be level 4 soon. SaysO's still struggling to even get past the level 2 threshold on his Archmage. He's going to go down to the expansion. Will he counter Expo? You know, again, I say you're stuck on this Alchemist, and if you counter Expo, you're definitely going into the later stages of the game if you get it up. And, you know, there's going to be a Death Knight probably. There's going to be a Lich with Orb, and these heroes are going to scale a lot better for Duck.
Yeah, I think if SaysO's plan is to go into the late game with his own counter expansion, he might be facing like a 70 food army before this expansion even pays off at this point. Duck's expansion is up, running. He's got ghouls here. He's got Nerubian. He's fully ready to go. His tech is almost done. He's almost tier 2, by the way. Transitioning into Fiends off of just 1 crypt so far. We haven't seen the transition, whether it's going to be double crypt or what. It might be double slaughterhouse, considering he's against rifle caster. Maybe just pump A-bombs. You got the Crypt Lord already. But this is looking very good for Duck, and if you're SaysO, what do you do?
Yeah, he's trying to creep up. He's trying to get level 2 Alchemist. He's almost level 3 too. He's pumping more rifles, bringing Militia to the expansion, actually. So maybe he's going to get a heal scroll and just go, go, go. He's a little bit short on gold, but 48 supply against 46, but a lot of summons. That almost counts for 10 supply on their own.
Yeah, we're looking at about 90 supply undead right now, Carson. And, the Crypt Lord doesn't have any mana for Impale, but Duck's just buying some time. I'm surprised he doesn't maybe build a shop at the expansion.
Maybe another tower, too. Like, he's got the Nerubian, and that's the important one, but here comes SaysO, and a couple of priests are going to have a lot of sustainability, especially with the Brilliance Aura, especially with the Healing Spray. And the Mercs are not going to last too long.
Spirit Tower goes up now, maybe even a second one. But he doesn't have the gold for it, but is it a little too late? And we see people like players like Thorzane doing this, the close proxy workshop for mortars, just to continue sieging this against this Crypt Lord expansion, and that's what SaysO's going to try to do. But here comes Duck's units from the behind, and the big Impale comes in. And look at all these ghouls, but look at the Acid Bomb.
Yeah, the Beetles and the Merc and the Fiend going round the outside, and a couple of rifles are falling in the front as well. The Healing Spray trying to save these boys, but the Impales are huge, and the priests are all falling, and with that, the sustainability is going away. The Mercs are being focused, but, you know, you can't deal with the Beetles, you can't deal with the Ghouls, and the Workshop is being delayed by another massive Impale at a Duck. That Mana Pot paying a lot for itself, and the almost level 5 Crypt Lord, the Archmage is low in the claws of attack.
He just did it again.
/GG. 1-0 for Ducky.
Maybe that was ping from from NZ, but you can't lose your Archmage twice in a series like this. And yeah, it was interesting also, right? Like level 1 Archmage harass. That's something we see all day.
He managed to cancel the expansion once, which was good, and I think, like you pointed out, that first Archmage loss is just unacceptable in that position. If you keep it alive, you fall back, you creep a little bit, and then you re-push the expansion or counter-expand. You know, but, like, again, like the Alchemist, you're just forcing yourself into a position where you have to do that all in, and I think just Mountain King is objectively just better all around the board.
Yeah, that's a good point. We didn't see the Mountain King first, and maybe that's better if you are putting on harassment like that. But yeah, I think Duck just had a clean opener, really clean expansion. He did get it canceled, but you know that's pretty common when SaysO spends that much time invested on canceling it, really coming across. You're bound to get it canceled, but didn't follow up with enough. He was losing a lot of units, obviously losing the Archmage, slowed him down a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the right thing. And yesterday, SaysO, we've seen him tilt a little bit after the first game, so hopefully that won't happen again in the upcoming match too. We'll see in a bit. Back we are with series number 2, and it's match points for the Ducky. Next map, and a chance for a better race maybe for SaysO. Concealed Hill next. SaysO still on random, guys. What would he prefer now on CH?
If we're countering Duck, probably Orc. If he's getting the most comfortable pick, I would say Undead. And, you know, even though it's his main race, and like you say, why would he prefer Undead if he's going random? But there's a big advantage in the opening strategies if you random Undead, and it's your best race. So, like, you could go at Cryptlord, and your opponent might not go the same. You know, a lot of advantages. You can go Lich if you know it's Undead, but maybe Undead or Orc.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that sentiment, I think.
Okay. I have the answer, and the answer is probably not that great. But I don't want to spoil you guys, so let's load in and you can see for yourself. It's the same!
It's the exact same. And in the top right, playing for Firescale Esports, we have SaysO. In the bottom left, Concealed Hill, we got the Undead currently up a game, playing for Dust Gaming. Give it up for the Micro. AO Duck Micro. Please leave Duck.
Duck going for a little bit of a different build. Going for the Philbot Fiends, as we like to call it around here, around these parts. And, yeah, he went for a blind Crypt Lord last game. Will he change it up? I mean, you can go this build into a Crypt Lord, you can go this build into a Death Knight. A little bit of an old school approach by Duck, but I guess he's just throwing builds out there, hoping he gets a little bit lucky, and he did get lucky last game, so not a bad approach, I suppose.
Yeah, Philbot Fiends, it's very interesting. If he goes Crypt Lord, I get it, but if he doesn't, if he goes for DK, I'm really not sure if that's the right choice, even against a random player. He does go Crypt Lord. Okay, Crypt Lord Fiends into an expansion. I like this a lot. So now he's just going to bank on getting a lot of Fiends. Doesn't really care about the early creeping that he's missing out on, because this is probably definitely an expansion build.
Yeah, and the Fiends are a lot better at creeping this expansion because the poison that spreads, the ghouls, they can go down very quickly, feed a lot of experience to this Archmage. If the Archmage gets up to level 3, although he doesn't know it's a human player, the Water Elementals start to really destroy those ghouls, so I think just overall, he does know that it's human now. I think overall the Fiends are just a safer option to get this creep done on Concealed Hill. And with the Footman, SaysO's given it away, but the hero's already been chosen for Duck, so not too much of a tell.
And do you know that the random player is going to bring the scouting unit to tell you what race he's playing? I mean, with Philbot Fiends, you kind of go completely in the dark. You don't have a scouting acolyte. You don't have much of anything, right? You need that acolyte for the expansion right away. So Duck getting a little lucky here that the human footman, okay, now I know you're human. This is great. It opens up a little more opportunity for him. He knows what he's going up against. It's got to be an Archmage. There's no way he goes like, could go Pally Rifles, but I doubt it, right?
Yeah, you think SaysO might have just fast expoed there. Although he doesn't know that he's not going to get scouted by Duck, obviously, but he could have, you know, if he didn't see the Acolyte at the timing when you would expect to see it, he could have just gone for a straight fast expo and hoped the DK didn't go for some sort of a quick harassment. But he is going to be against the Crypt Lord, which he didn't see yet. He is going to get level 2. He's going to the orange camp, but he's going to miss this entire expansion creep by Duck.
Yeah, and if he goes to the main base and scouts, okay, he's going to see the Fiend going, and he knows right away. And here comes the Footman. Everything's going to be rallied. But how much of the camp can Duck already get prepped before the Archmage is here? It looks like everything except for the Null Overseer. This could be level 2 right away for the Crypt Lord. He needs to get this last hit, though.
A very important last hit. He's almost got the mana for an Impale, and with that can come for potential surrounds, but the Archmage actually steals it, and that denies the level 2, that denies the Impale, and now the Footmen can get all the surface area they want. They don't have to fear for their lives except for that one guy, not long for this world, but that's going to give the level 2 to the Crypt Lord, and with that, here's the Impale, and how many units will fall? The Fiends look like they're actually going to be the first to fall.
Yeah, this could be possibly 2 Fiends going down. One for sure, the other one getting chased by 2 Footies. The Impale not being used yet. And look at Duck's expansion, Carson. A little bit non-existent, actually. Just a little bit blight down. But Duck doesn't have any wood to put down an expansion. Which, okay, I thought he was maybe saving for that, but he puts down the Zig anyway. And
the downside of this build is you're a little bit short on lumber. He only has 2 ghouls on lumber at home instead of the usual 3 or 4 sometimes.
Yeah, but the good pointer, like you said, is that level 2 Crypt Lord already in place. He got a lot of that camp early on due to SaysO scouting the wrong spot at the wrong time, which is a little unfortunate, but still a nice cancel for SaysO, and he's got the tech almost done, and it looks like rifles again from SaysO with it based on his blacksmith timing.
Yeah, the critter almost blocking that Fiend at the fountain, but it does get away, so that is only 1 Fiend going down for Duck so far, but the damage is greatly increasing on these Fiends, and the Footmen can definitely sacrifice themselves into the fountain to trade for a Fiend if they want to, but that one guy at the fountain on the right side, not really dying for much. With the gold mine, we saw it get canceled last game, and the water elemental and the footman perfectly in position for SaysO is going to deal with this. But how many footmen will he lose with this cancel? Doesn't even look like any.
Not even going to lose that one, no. And Duck continuing to right-click that Archmage, knowing that SaysO's numpad 7-7 is not working, at least based on last game. So just continuing to right-click that Archmage, which is a good idea, but you don't want to lose a Fiend, though, and the Archmage comes back in.
Okay, footman going down. The Fiend, it's on Blight, but the water elemental's going to get in range, and it's denied. And that's important to deny that to stop this level 3 Archmage that is getting closer and closer. The tier 2 tech is finished for SaysO, getting the Mountain King and going into Rifle Caster again. He gets weirdly 2 Arcane Towers, which is good if you're going into the later stages of the game. But if you're just going to all in the expansion like we saw in Echo Isles, I don't know if getting 2 towers in the main base is the right choice for SaysO.
Oh, this is very, very frustrating for Duck. Does Duck have, like, how late is this expansion? I mean, you can look at the tier 2 tech, which is already done for SaysO. Mountain King coming out, Rifleman shortly following. He's very supply blocked. In fact, he's not building that farm at his main base. He's stuck at 29 out of 30 supply, and there's 2 farmers there just sitting there. Okay, he's building one now.
Farmers.
There you go. Yeah, they're harvesting wood, man. They're lumberjack farmers. And he needs to put them on the farms.
Yeah, and that was a 3rd Fiend going down now for Duck, so that's a lot of losses. You can lose 3, you can lose 4 ghouls with an opener, but the Fiends, they cost lumber, they cost a lot of gold, and you need that critical mass to deal with any tier 2 army that SaysO is going to bring to the expansion. And like you pointed out earlier, the expansion is very delayed. It's not even up, and there's going to be a 50 supply Rifle Caster army knocking at the door for SaysO, I'm sure.
Yeah, Duck's going to get level 3 from this turtle, which is really good. He's going to have that level 2. He might go for the beetles. Might go for the impale. Going to go for the beetles. Level 2 beetles, obviously very strong. Still got the impale with level 1, but now you got more damage output from these upgraded beetles. And yeah, mine just about to start from Duck, which is, you know, it's okay. I mean, the fact that it's up is okay, but he has wasted a lot of time where he should have been mining already. The tech, though, for Duck not wasting any time, going for that tech right away, which is good. He's got a Fiend in the main base, which he'd probably like to have in his army.
Yeah, healing it up on the Blight. It's daytime now, so neither player can use the Fountain. SaysO might be able to creep one relatively soon, now that he's got a couple of rifles and that level 2 water elemental. But Duck is level 3. No town portal, no pushing of invulnerability, so a little bit of an exposed hero, but he does have some nice tanky items. He's getting close to level 4.
And is Duck going to have that critical mass again like he had last game to defend that expansion push? It looks like the workshop's going to be built actually in the main base of SaysO this time. And SaysO must be looking for a timing to siege here. Is he going to creep the lab first? Okay, that's nice. He might solo creep this actually to give the Mountain King a little bit of a bigger boost to level 3, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to move that Archmage away. This is beautifully played by SaysO, and it allows him to reach a timing here where he could probably start pushing this at like 3-3 heroes.
Yeah, Duck's trying to reinforce that expansion as much as he can. He's getting another Ziggurat that can be upgraded. He's getting a Necropolis there, and his Crypt Lord is continuing to creep, getting Claws of Attack from this laboratory. We do get a Scroll of the Beast, and that is really nice for that siege against the Expo we've been talking about. The 48 supply farm is up, and with that, the first mortar team is coming out for SaysO, so he's getting scarier and scarier. And the question is Duck prepared? His tier 2 might be done in time for this push, possibly, and with that, a Death Knight.
Yeah, Death Knight comes out, and then you can even like pull your ghouls for. Look at, there's still more ghouls here, 4 ghouls, tons of fiends at this point. Carson, we're looking at 6, 7, carry the 1. That is 6 fiends on the Rock Golem, which is going to go down. That's level 4 Crypt Lord. That's your level 2 Impale. Yeah, and look at that, perfectly timed for SaysO's push. Mountain King only level 2, Carson. The Necropolis is going to get canceled, but this is 2 towers here. Duck's got his acolytes ready to repair, and he's rallying his units over. Actually, I think the Crippler went to the main base to grab something from the shop. What's it going to be, Duck? What's it going to be? You're wasting a lot of time at the shop, Ducky.
He needs a mana potion, right? He's got the Wand of Mana Stealing, but he wants a mana pot. He wants that level 2 Impale and as many beetles as he can muster to hold this push. The Necropolis went down, and the first mortar team is almost over. So it's going to start to put a little bit of pressure on those Ziggurats, but with just the rifles, with just the footmen, he's not going to be able to get too many kills on those. But the Fiends are another question. He's going to get one of those kills right away, but a nice Impale to follow it up.
Yeah, the mortar team's sieging down the towers, but all the riflemen are getting picked off left, right, and center. Priest got picked off actually before the Crypt Lord was even in the fight by the towers, which is a little unfortunate. The Impales are absolutely insane. I don't even think Duck needs to pull the ghouls at this point. He's actually running away with this fight. Mountain King trying to pick off fiends though, but there's just so many.
Yeah, that 1 MS thing helped out quite a bit. The Mountain King would have had almost 2 more Storm Bolts, and that would have given him 2 more kills. But the Impales have been huge in the Mortar team. Not microed there is going to be picked off, and the towers are going to be canceled thanks to this big mass of Fiends. And there's just so many summons, and the Cold Towers are in range, and the Impales are perfect. And this is looking like a 2-0 from Duck.
Yeah, the Archmage going to be out of position. Of course, we know that the F7, the numpad 7 for the teleport not working. GG's called. Duck's going to take it 2-0. Pretty clean.
The whole blind Crypt Lord pays off.
Damn!